We all pretty much get tides. High tide, low tide, in and out, moon, gravitational pull on the earth. It's all pretty boring and confusing, right? Absolutely it is. That's why we're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how do the tides affect fishing. Tides affect different species of fish in a variety of different ways. This is why it is crucially important for anglers to understand specifically how they affect each fish and at what time it is best to fish for them. Generally, fishermen agree the worst time to fish is during a slack tide, which is exactly the opposite of what you're watching here. It is when the tide is stuck in one spot and does not move in or out very quickly. This is because during this time there is very little circulation of organisms within the water. Again, the tide's not moving, so many organisms aren't moving either. During the times when the tide is either coming in or going out the fastest is when fish tend to feed the most. Fish occupying rocks and other reef structures tend to face into the current to maintain their position and take food that is brought to them by the current, as is seen in this video here filmed in Hawaii. Although reef and structure-dwelling fish are far from the only type of fish to change their behavior and feeding habits depending on the tide. Species such as game fish will often frequent estuary mouths during tide changes and feed on small bait fish and crustaceans that are swept along by the current.
You now know that tides are quite a crucial aspect in fishing success, and in my personal experience fishing, I use my knowledge of the tides in Nantucket, Massachusetts to target striped bass. We always fish early in the morning when the tides are outgoing and ingoing. The spot that I love to go to is 6 miles off the shore, and it consists of a powerful current that pushed bait fish towards the striped bass waiting on the sandbar. This is where I've seen the most success fishing, and I've gone to this spot when the tides were not ideal and the fishing was much less productive because the rip current wasn't strong enough to push bait fish to the bass, so they are less likely to bite. Thank you for watching, and we hope this information can help you learn the tides in your areas to better target fish and to increase your chances of getting bites.